What is going on, guys? Rodney here with Crypto Bros. Tonight's a super casual video. I really don't have anything planned. I'm getting ready to take off to Vegas in the morning, but I wanted to shoot just a quick video this evening. Just to actually, I'll be gone for a few days, but wanted to touch base, kind of let you guys into seeing some of the things that I'm working on, what I've been doing lately. If you missed the video from last night, I basically just kind of talked about some of the coins I was looking into and what we can learn, from the correction and or from this crash, if you want to call it correction, whatever. I'll get into that a little bit tonight. But last couple of days, I've just really been doing some research on some future projects and some other things that I would like to get into in 2018 and what I think is good. So we'll kind of walk through some of those. High performance blockchain is one of them. I picked this. I didn't pick this coin up, but I heard about this from Jacob Canfield. He sent out something earlier in could have been the end of January about this, and I think this is a super cool project. And I think, some of the other coins that I'm talking about, we would have seen a much higher growth as compared to when they hit, but it was timed right with this bearish market. So really what it's done, and I know the whole market's down, but it's really allowed for some really good entry points on some of these next emerging in 2018 growth products, or projects. So it definitely is something to look into. But this is one, and I'll go through a couple other ones that I really like. But I saw this tweet today actually about this. I think it was like from Crypto Bobby about every time you make a video about your top 5 picks, you're always gonna get you're gonna get some of them right. And I find that hilarious because there's so many of the same videos coming out from the same people about this. They pick top 3 coins one day, top 4 coins, top 5 coins, and trust me, I've definitely made my fair share of video on coins that I've liked and I've done some research in and brought information to. And typically, why I find it hilarious is that those usually have the most views, the most likes, the most engagement, and that's what people like to see. So every day I could pick 5 new coins and make a video on them. It would probably blow up, help grow your YouTube channel, whatever. But I just found that ironic because I've noticed the same trend myself. It's like every day from the same handful of YouTubers, top 5 this, best altcoins here, best of 2018 type of thing. And the thing is they definitely get their fair share of views. But a few that I like, again, I'm not necessarily trying to shill or anything. February, even though we're coming off a super all-time low here, but not all-time low, but IOTA, I think, has some big stuff coming out in February. Everybody obviously is fairly familiar with that, the FUD that followed the Microsoft ordeal, but I still think this is a super cool token and or coin. You just have to be patient. New technology. It could be 2 or 3 or 4 years down the road before we see any type of new emerging stuff from these guys. But that's how you gain big, is having the patience. I think the patience in some of these positions that you have is ultimately what is going to help you kind of turn your wealth value around. So anyway, a few other ones you guys obviously know. I'm a big fan of VeChain and Quantum. Or I'm sorry, VeChain and Icon. I do like Quantum, but VeChain and Icon. What else do one coin that I don't have that I really wish I had a good position in is Steem. There's a couple on here. Everybody's a fan of Walton. Sweet project. I'm just not in on it. Archain. If you haven't done any research here, also check this one out too. It's the same with just the last one that I talked about. This is another if we're going to talk about like scaling and on high levels, like Archain is doing some really technical stuff, some really next level stuff in terms of being able to handle transactions, like a blockchain that could handle as many transactions as like Facebook or a million a second or some crazy stuff like this. If I haven't touched on Zilliqa, Zilliqa's got this crazy type of thing too, next level stuff and scaling. Both of these are super cheap. I think this is a steal of a buy at 5 cents. So if you're looking, all I'm trying to do in this video is I'm not trying to shill anything, but all I'm saying is if you are looking, for your next positions or what is hot in 2018, like it's worth at least doing a little bit of research in some of these. You guys know that I like Dragon Chain. kind of as we scroll through here. I don't know much about Cash. I know that Korean Jew dude, he's very bullish on this coin. I personally haven't done any research on it. One that I did not miss over, but one that's worth exploring at least for the short term. Check out Ethereum Classic, right? They've got their airdrop coming out in March. I mentioned that sometime last week in a video that I did. So there's a lot of good picks that are going to be coming out here, but I think what you'll notice to see, and if you've been in any part of this space, it's like the best performing things. QuantStamp's another good one, but the best performing tokens in terms of like long-term value are like things that solve major problems like scaling, like large platforms and like globalish solutions. Icon is a good example of that. Full blockchains, full interfaces, like that is the stuff that if you can find the tips on and you can do the research on, that is where you can make longer term return on investment. So really, that's kind of what I've been working on lately is figuring out, getting more organized in my portfolio to figure out where I want to place some of my long-term bets. And I have positions in a lot of stuff, and I know that's not the most ideal. I'll be the first to tell you that. I'm a big fan of Substratum. Here's that high performance again. But really what I missed out on, and I have a great example of this, and I actually like this coin a lot, but is Storm. So it's at 3 cents now. And one thing, and a takeaway that we can absolutely have grabbed from this correction, right? Like, what was my goal here when I originally bought in? Did I want to flip here on a pump and dump, or I'm not calling it a pump and dump, but did I want to flip? Did I want to take profits? Am I okay with riding it through? And I think having a strategy when you buy into some of these coins is super, super important in terms of moving forward and growing as a trader, as a hodler, however you want to say it. But I think having this type of strategy and organization, at least for my portfolio, is going to be super important for 2018. I have coins that have done this exact same thing that I'm okay with sitting on for the next year or two. Also in this same portfolio, I have coins where I should have sold somewhere in this neck of the woods, and I didn't. So and I'm not going to sell any of those off now, but it just comes with the territory that you need to have some type of organization. Not every single coin or that you purchase is going to be worth it for the long haul. And I think the end of 2018 and into 2019 is really going to expose the tokens and the projects that are going to stay around. Because I think this year there's still going to be a ton of money to be made, especially when we come out of this correction. And I'm talking like March, April, May. We're going to see this huge resurgence of money. At least this is my thought process. Huge resurgence of money. We'll forget this crash even happened. We'll never talk about it again. But being organized and knowing what we want out of each position we take in terms of how we want to proceed forward is great. I could have had I don't even know how many multiple X return here if I wanted to. But Storm, I'm actually okay with chilling out on. Others in my portfolio, I'm not going to name names, I suppose, but others in my portfolio is I don't have the same thought towards them, and those are the ones are usually. Here's the shitty thing: is like when it's low and you need to scrounge some funds or you want to get in something else. Those are usually the coins that you sell at a low value. You liquidate those quick because they don't mean as much to you. When you know about something, you're bullish on a project. That makes it very easy to hold through the shitty times. So yeah. Those are just some things that I'm working on. As soon as I get back, which I fly in Sunday night, I'll be back on the grind. I'm super excited, but it will be nice too in terms of like daily videos, all the work that goes around through them. Disconnect for a little bit, cut loose, and just relax a little bit. So I'm super excited. Plus, if you guys don't know, I live in Michigan and we haven't seen the sun in ages, and there's like a foot of snow on the ground. So yeah, I'm super pumped about that. But also at the same time, to get back in the grind is always a nice thing as well. So anyway, guys, that is it. Some of the best things that you can do in terms of just getting prepared for what's coming up. I think we're going to see a ton of bullish movements over the next 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. Start opening up exchanges, even if you're not buying coins on them right now. Like, you want to have those. Again, I think when things turn around, we're going to see more money pull in here. We're going to see more coins hitting different random exchanges, Ether Delta, KuCoin Gate, Binance. Most of the good ones usually hit these smaller exchanges first and then spread out into these larger ones. And if you can get them before they hit a Binance or a Bittrex or something like that, you position yourself much better long term. It's just about having your ear to the ground. So anyway, that is all I have. I was gonna make a joke on Supoman tonight, but I'm not. I like that dude's videos for what it is, but I think he provides some good content. He's a good marketer, I'll say that. So much respect to him. If you don't check him out, smash up the likes, peeps. Smash up the likes. That's what he always says. Cracks me up. But anyway, guys, have a great evening. I will check you guys on Monday, and yeah, keep hustling out there. See ya.